in so many times been able to discuss, okay, so many ways. Okay. In so many ways in which we can make money. But I want to discuss something that I learned 3 years ago. And this is the reason why I share Royalq. I talk to people about it, and I do not compare all contrast results. I just remain consistent. I have seen people who have started sharing business, and then they compare themselves to others. I don't know if one day I will start getting results so and so is getting. You don't need to compare yourself to anyone, okay? You just need to be consistent. In my career of business building, I talk about 3 important C's. 3 important C's, 3 important S, okay? So let me start with the S. For you to decide to build a team, you need to do what we call financial diagnosis. You need to diagnose your current financial situation, okay? And if you cannot diagnose your current financial situation, it is very hard for you to build a team. Julius, what do you mean by financial diagnosis? Financial diagnosis is you sitting down and define your current financial situation. And friends, the reason why we invited you to Royalq is to look at the 3S. I am a living testimony, not having left my country, staying at home, using my phone. I was into what we call a suffocating financial situation. And I usually want to emphasize this. What is a suffocating financial situation? A suffocating financial situation is when you cannot provide basic needs to yourself. Not provide basic needs to yourself. You are into a suffocating financial situation. But as you are suffocating financially, do you understand that you are suffocating? Do you understand that you are suffocating? Or you are still confused that you are not suffocating financially? Are you finding it hard to pay school fees for your children? Are you finding it hard to pay rent for your house? Are you finding it hard to buy data for yourself? Are you finding it hard to have a meal a day? I want you to leave pretense and face the reality. Okay? I want you to leave pretense and face the reality. I want you to leave pretense and understand your current financial situation, because you start stepping into your financial potential when you do financial diagnosis. Now, if you are listening to me and you are in a middle class situation and you have left suffocating status, you are now living what we call sufficient. You can be able to pay your bills well. And for the last 5 years, for the last 10 years, you are very good at paying your bills, but you don't have any progress. You have decided to pay your bills comfortably and well and good. You are paying your bills well. Thank you. Congratulations on that stage of sufficient. But I have a question. Were you born to pay bills and die? I want you to imagine, no matter which age, whether you are 20, whether you are 30, You are only paying bills. And every day when you wake up, your focus has been your bills. You have paid bills and you feel like nothing is happening in your life. But you eat, drink, and sleep. Congratulations. But I have a question. I usually do this. And if you are listening to me and you are seated somewhere, do me a favor. Do me a favor. I want to tell you this story before I go to the compensation plan. I want you to imagine, friends, I want you to imagine that finally you die. I want you to imagine that finally you die. And when you die, right now, you are there, you have died. I want you to imagine. And when you die, the angel comes and picks you from your either your bed or the room through the roof and takes you up in the air. Okay? And you reach heavens. And when you reach, God looks at you and says, my son, my daughter, I want to give you a second chance. I want you to remember the dreams you had when you were young. I want you to remember the life you desired when you were young. The cars you admired to buy. The life you said that your children will live. And so, I want you to decide that you don't betray yourself this time around. And God gives you a second chance and you return back here on earth. You are now a baby. And I want you to write your dreams once again on a sheet of paper. Why? Because God was not stupid to give us knowledge to introduce cryptocurrency. God has given you a second chance that all the things you had thought about for the so many years you have worked hard, God is giving you a second chance. God is giving you a second chance to dream again. God is giving you a second chance to write your dreams on a sheet of paper once again. God is giving you a second chance to give your children a beautiful life. God is giving you a second chance to live a life of your dreams. God is giving you a second chance. And this second chance, you're a young baby, you want to make sure that every day counts. Friends, I want you to understand that if you decide to treat every day as if it's your last day, your life is going to be different. My last imagination. Today, God finally announces that you will die by evening or you'll die tomorrow. What will you start doing differently? I want you to imagine. I want you to imagine. What will you start doing differently if they tell you you're going to die next month? I want you to imagine how you will have left miserable without living a life of your dreams, your ambitions, your goals. And because of that, because you just became comfortable of paying bills, just because you became comfortable of meeting your expenses all the time. But I usually have a question. You were not born. You were not put on this earth. Because why? I want you to imagine my father or your father had over 300 million sperms. And in all these 300 million sperms, only one sperm won the race, and that was you. It means that no matter what has been happening in your life, no matter what you have gone through in your life, no matter what the past has had, from day one you were a champion. From a day one you were a winner. From a day one you were a conqueror. You conquered, you defeated over 299 million sperms. And you became the real you that we see today. But unfortunately, you have accepted the consequences, the challenges that are happening in this world to keep you in a sufficient income. And the reason why we invited you to Royalq is to make sure that you not only earn sufficient income, you earn surplus. We want you to make more than you can handle. We want you to make more than you need. We want you to be a blessing to others. But my friend, my brother, my sister that is listening to me today, you cannot become a blessing to others if you are not making money. You can talk about how you can help others. You can describe how you have a very good heart. But I want to warn you, you will remain with words with no action. Why? Because of your current financial situation. So you can shift. It is a stone fact. No matter your doctrine, no matter your location, no matter where you come from, since day one, you have been a champion. And so you can shift from having suffocating financial situation, from having just sufficient to having surplus. And friends, we have an opportunity that has the power to give us surplus income. Many people invest a lot of capital in real estate and are not able to have surplus income. Many people have invested a lot of money, but with only $120, you can start making sufficient and surplus income. And I want to share with you this fun fact that when someone wants to make surplus income, you need to understand the power of leverage. The power of leverage is what makes other people different from other people. If someone wants to run a big company like Amazon, he decided some years ago to employ so many people. The founder of Facebook some years ago decided to employ so many people. The founder of Tesla some years ago decided to employ so many people. And why? Instead of him working 24 hours, when he employs 1,000 people, he works 24 times 1,000, which gives him a leverage of more hours a day. But today, the founder of Amazon employs robots. But today, the founder of Facebook employs robots. But today, the founder of Tesla employs robots. Why not you? Why don't you decide today that you can also decide to build a team of robotic users? Why don't you decide today that also you can decide to build a team of robotic users? That whenever the robot trades for them, you earn something. Whenever the robot trades for them, you earn something. And how are you going to be able to do that? Number one, my friend, you need to decide to work hard. It is a principle. Don't believe in luck, believe in hard work. Stop rushing the process and searching for shortcuts. There is no shortcuts to having a big community. Number two, it requires patience. If you are losing patience, you are losing the battle. First, nothing happens. When you decide to start speaking to people, nothing happens. It's like they're not listening to you. It's like they're not buying your idea. It's like they're saying cryptocurrency is a scam. It's like they're saying those things are real. It's like they're saying everybody that whoever joined those things lost money. Then it happens slowly. It starts to be slow. You start getting some few. And suddenly, all at once, most people give up at stage one. I've seen many people who make a decision to build a team, who make a decision to build a community, and they give up. Number three, you need to understand that you need to sacrifice. You need to sacrifice. If you don't sacrifice for what you want, then what you want becomes the sacrifice. You want financial freedom, but you love sleep. You love financial freedom, but when you get at your lunch hour, you don't want to do something about it. Don't worry. Your freedom in the future is going to be your sacrifice. Everything has a price to pay. Pay now and play later, or play now and pay later. 2025 is going to be a bull market. It's going to be massive. Market's going to be superb. People are going to be making profit. I want you to make a decision, my brother, my sister, listening to me today, that everything that you desire in this life has a price to pay. Decide to play now and play later, or pay now and play later. The question is, are you ready to pay for it, for the life you desire? Or you're going to wimpy and cry and talk about how you cannot go out of your comfort zone to do the uncomfortable. Number four, you need to be consistent. Consistency is what transforms average into excellency. Without consistency, you'll never achieve greater success. I've spoken to so many people across different platforms, and I've told them that in success, in levels of success, I understand that some people achieve some success. But the reason why I want you to take Royalq very serious, because I want you to be significant. I know so many people that have made money, but they have failed to become significant. The reason why we invite you here is not only to move from suffocating to sufficient. It's not only to move from sufficient to surplus, but also to be significant. How do you become significant? You only become significant when you change other people's lives. Number five, discipline. As I'm going to share with you what Royalq has for you to become successful, after this call, most of you are going to be motivated. Motivation gets you going, but discipline keeps you growing. I hear so many people who tell me, show me your screenshot, show me your results. And when I show them my results, they become motivated. But because they lack the discipline, there will be days when you don't feel like doing what you are supposed to do. But you have to push through those days, regardless of how you feel. Regardless of how you feel. Why? Because what you desire has a price to pay. Number six, self-confidence. Confidence is, I will be fine if they don't like me. There will be always someone judging you for who you are and what you want from life. There will always be someone who will speak ill about you. There will always be someone who doesn't like your approach to life. There will always be someone who has a wrong perspective about what you believe. There will always be someone who does not see what you see. There will always be someone who does not feel the way you feel. But my friend, my brother, my sister listening to me today, you need self-confidence. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in crypto. You need to believe in Royalq. And you need to just transfer your belief system from yourself to another person. You just need to light the candle. And I want to tell you something special today. That when you decide to light the candle, when you decide to go out of your comfort zone, something significant is going to happen. Something significant is going to happen. And what's going to happen? You are now going to own a team. Okay? You're now going to own a team. Just a minute. It's got open here. Let me just flop it to my other phone. Then I join with that phone and I open it. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me just flop it to my other phone in just a few minutes. In just a few minutes. Okay. Are we learning? Are we following? Are we learning? Are we following? Give me one in the chat if you are learning. Give me one in the chat if you are learning. One in the chat if you are learning. Good, beautiful, beautiful. Let me just get it to my other phone in just 1 or 2 minutes. In just 1 or 2 minutes. Oh. In just 1 or 2 minutes. Just 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. Just 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. Just a minute. Then I'm gonna be good to go. Okay. It seems I'm not joining with my other device. But I believe this month, very soon, I'll be getting this back to 500 participants. But okay, let me just get into this very fast. I'll share the PDF. I'll share the PDF on the different groups. Okay. All right. So let me change approach. All right. I'll keep it simple and brief. Don't worry. Okay. Just a minute. Just give me 2 minutes now. I'm gonna get in. All right, I've just switched my phone so that I could get in here. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let me start from here. If now you know your current situation, then I don't have to give you reasons why you need to go outside and speak to someone about your business. What I need to show you is that when you do it, what is going to happen? I'm a kind of a person. How many people are here? And you love doing something once and get paid forever? I want to speak to people who move with my frequency. How many people are here? And you would love to do something once and get paid forever? Let me see. Give me a 2 in the chat if you belong to that caliber. Imagine, let me get it to a normal life. Imagine Imagine you sell me a shirt, and whenever you put it on, whenever I put it on, you earn. Would that be a good deal? You sell me a shoe. Whenever I put it on, you earn. You sell me a car. Whenever I drive it to earn, you earn. Is that a good business? And I know. Tell me. Tell me. You sell me food. But whenever I go for a long call, you earn. Huh? Huh? You sell me a soda. But whenever I go for a short call, you earn. In my life, I was looking for a business where I do something once and I get paid forever. Have you ever thought about such a business? That I do something once and I get paid forever. Yay, yay, yay. I fall in love with you, but whenever you love me, I keep making money. We are in a relationship, we are in love. But the more you love me, I earn. The more you love me, I earn. I was looking for such a business. But these things, I sell you a trouser once. If you don't come back, I don't earn. They never added up in my life. But I tell you what, let me show you something phenomenal. Look here, friends. When you buy your robot $120 and you pay, the person who has given you that link will earn $30. It is once. That is once because you have paid 120. But you know what? Whenever you trade and you make profit, on the profit you earn, this person is charged 20%. I'm going to give you a live example. This person is charged 20%, meaning if you make $100, your $100 will go to your Binance account. But you are charged $20. And if it's me and I'm a V1, I'm the one who brought you in the business, I'm entitled to 20% of this $20. So it means that I'm supposed to make $4 whenever you make $100. I'm supposed to make $4 whenever you make $100. Let's continue. Now, when you build a team, so you only earn on me, you have brought direct. So this is me. When I bring Peter, when you were V1 here, you only stop on me, you don't earn on Peter. You don't earn on Peter. Even if I bring 30 people, and for you, you were V1, you only stop on me. That's why me, in 80 days, I was having sleepless nights saying, no, why should I bring Kabanda? And Kabanda brings Peter, and I don't earn on what Peter is making. It gave me sleepless nights. That's why I said, what does it require me? From moving from being a V1 to becoming a V2, they told me, wait, you just need to introduce 3 people, 1, 2, and 3. You need to introduce 3 people. I told my upline, I don't know how to speak to people, but if I invite them on a WhatsApp call, will you be able to speak to them on my behalf? My upline said yes, and journey started. When I brought the people and the business was explained to them, they got started. And you know what happened? By my upline speaking, I made $30, $30, $30. This was instant. But do you know what? Whenever they traded, I made something. And I was told that if we get a team of 20, and on these 23 were brought by me, I become a V2. And now I will start making $40 and 30%. And 30%. Whenever the person I brought direct trades, not only that, the people that joined under him, whenever they trade, I earn 30% on direct and 10% on the people brought by other people. So it means that if I bring Kabanda and Kabanda makes $100, and I bring Mukwaya and Mukwaya makes $100, on Kabanda will be charged $20 and 30% is mine. So on Kabanda I make 6. But on Mukwaya I make 2. So I make $6 on Kabanda plus $2 on Mukwaya. What if this Mukwaya brings 30 people and each of them I make $2? That is 60. But I'm also earning on Kabanda. Let me show you a live example. Let me show you a live example. Let me show you a live example. Are we following? Are we there? Are we following? Let me know. Are we following? Are we following? Are we following? Are we following? I want to show you a live example. I'm going to open 2 accounts. I'm going to show you 2 accounts. Okay, so let's focus here. 2 accounts. One is just trading. Let's take this account. Has this person made money from trading? Has this person made money from trading today? Has this person made money from trading today? Some answers in the chat. Has this person made money from trading today? Some answers in the chat. Let me see. Has this person made money from trading today? Good, beautiful. Now let me log into the upline's account. I will stop. Let me stop sharing. Then I log into the upline of that account. Just the upline. This is the upline. Let me open the upline's account. I have the upline's account. Many people ask me, how did I land on the upline's account? I don't build it, but I just trade, and the upline is my daughter. Many people usually ask me, how did your daughter get this account? My daughter does not trade, but when I trade, she makes money. Let's dive into this account. I'll give you how I got the account. Now, this is the money. This is the account. Okay. Now, today, when I traded, she made $50. Let's find out where these $50 come from. Nobody joined. Can we see? She has made $50, but nobody joined. Give me a 1 in the chat if you can see that. Nobody joined. Give me a 1 in the chat if you can see that. Nobody joined. Nobody joined. Give me a 1 if you can. Because some people usually say, they only make money. Nobody joined. Okay, let's go. Active peer income, nothing. Activate, direct. Can you see? Can you see? $11, 8, 2. Can you see? Direct and team. And at the end of the day, look here. At the end of the day, she makes $50. And let us now come here direct. Do you see where the direct came from? She made $50. And you think it's only the look here? She made 105. She made $50. She made 21, 2.5. Are you getting the picture? Am I speaking to someone? You do something once and get paid forever. Is this bad income for this younger girl today? Is this bad income? Tell me. Is this bad income? Now, if you don't understand the power of residual income, she doesn't need to do anything to make money. She doesn't need to do anything to make money. Nobody has joined, because I see people say, they have people who join every day. Who has joined? Nothing. Now, I want you to get it crystal clear. How many of you see that as we enter the bull run, there is going to be a lot of money? If you decide to today, because it's up to you. If you decide today to take action, how many of you see that there is going to be a lot of money in this bull run? Because when the owner of the first account traded is very happy, very happy. But also, the person who introduced the owner of the account is super happy. And how do you get this? By understanding how much you get paid. So I want to request you, friends, that you moving from V1 to becoming a V2, you will stop earning only on the people you brought, and you start earning from the people brought by other people. That's why I don't understand someone who becomes comfortable on being a V1. And when you become a V2, I don't understand you. Why don't you come on V3? Why don't you come on V4? Why don't you come on V5? Why don't you come on V6? Now, how to build right? This I'm going to share. This, let me just share it on all the groups. Let me cross share it. I'll use Telegram for now. And once on Telegram, it can spread to other groups. Now, how do you build? That's where I want to go now. How do you build? How do you build? This is how you build your structure. Once you get started, print out this sheet that I'm going to share. When you get person A, write their name and their Royalq link or Royalq ID. Now, bring A. If A is doing nothing, tell him, I'm going to use your link to bring someone. But when I bring someone, you'll give me back my $30. Bring one, put him here. Tell A, I'm also going to bring another person. But when I bring, you give me back my $30. So this is you. Whether this is you, you bring one, you bring two. Don't get tired, you bring three. Don't get tired, you bring four. Stop being in their inbox if they are not interested to bring anyone. Go back. Tell him, one, I'm using your link to register someone, but you give me back my $30. Then bring five, bring six, bring seven, bring eight. If any one of these, if this one tells you, me, I will not give you the $30, don't put the person under him. Put under this one who's willing to give you $30. If you ask him and tells you, I will not send the $30, do not put the person under him. There is no free lunch. Never leave your bonus with anyone. If they are not willing to bring anyone, don't give them your money. Once someone activates, call them and tell them, send me my $30. That's how we build. Now, introduce people up to 20. Bring all these 20 people by yourself. This is you. Introduce this one, introduce this one, this one, this one. Build like this. Have your paper. Print it out. Build like this. Build like this. Bring the 20. Do you know what you are going to get? God is going to give you one serious person here, one serious person here, one serious person here, and one serious person here. You'll be done with poverty. And even if you don't get any serious person, now you have V2. Don't quarrel. Introduce a new line here. As you keep building, you will tell me the results will be amazing. Let me also share this onto our Telegram channels. Okay, next, my last sharing for today. There are people who like to rank up very fast. And you are saying that in the next 90 days, which will be by the end of January, you want to be a V6. Because once you become a V6, everybody in the world becomes your downline. Royalq will pay you every first of the month and will pay you an extra bonus every day. Every first of the month, Royalq will pay you, and it will also pay you an extra bonus every day. Now, you can seize the opportunity by saying, in the next 90 days, I want to be a V6. What do? Go out of your comfort zone and enroll 20 people by yourself in 15 days. In the second 15 days, encourage every member in your team to introduce 5. In the third 15 days, encourage the 25 each to introduce 5. And by the time you reach the 60, 15 days, my friends, you will be having a big community and your team will be growing at a very terrific speed and you will be a millionaire. I usually do not have much to share. If you have been able to learn something from today's call, give me a yes in the chat. I usually do not have much. I want to thank you for deciding to join the call for today. Trading still continues and also sharing still continues. It is up to you to decide what you want. But like I've said, you can only decide when you sit down and look at yourself and say, according to how I am financially, I need to share the business so that I get into a potential financial situation. As I end, I rarely introduce people in the business, but the money I make is from other people. I rarely. Yes, I do sometimes. Like last month, I personally introduced, I think, 16 people. This month so far, only 1. Yes, only 1 this month. 1, 2. I think 1. But I have a question. Is this good income? you will notice something special about this income. How many of you see that on average it is consistent? You know, on average it is consistent. How many of you see that on average it is consistent? You know, someone could make $10 today, then maybe the next day they make 500. But how many of you see that this income is consistent? It is on an average scale. Let me tell you the secret. The secret is just sacrifice. You sacrifice now. You'd love to get the $65, but you build a line. And when you build well, you don't need to do anything to earn. Why? Because as others earn, you keep earning. How many of you see that the income is consistent? The income is consistent. And that artistic way of having that consistent income is just building your team well. Let me tell you, me, I know it's going to come a time when it is also 500, 1,000, 2,000, $10,000 a day consistently. Building well, building right. And when you are building, when you decide to go out of your comfort zone, I'll end with the 3 C's. The 3 C's are part of my ecosystem, part of me. Number one, never compare. Can someone type for me in the chat? Never compare. Okay. In the life we live, so many people have lost their goals and ambitions because of comparing. Never compare yourself to anyone. Never compare. Okay. Some people are fast because maybe they are working harder than you, or maybe they are doing more hours than you. Number two, never contrast. Never contrast your results with anyone. Never compare, never contrast. And number three, never complain. I never compare my results with anyone. I never contrast my results with anyone. And I never complain. I never complain. You never see me complain about the market. I'm ever positive about it. When it goes down, well and good, because I know whatever goes down comes up. When I speak to someone about the business and they say I'm not interested, it's okay. I never complain. I just keep what I started with. And I call these are my basic 6 principles. Basic 6 principles. And I never break them. I keep the 6 because success demands these 6. Number 1, hard work. Number 2, patience. Number 3, sacrifice. Number 4, consistency. Number 5, discipline. Number 6, self-confidence. You never see me jumping from one opportunity to another, because I know it is hard to find a reliable, sustainable business online. Give me a yes if it is true. It is hard to find a business like Royalq. It is hard. It is hard online. Hey, people bring excitement, then they disappear. A company that is innovative, recently, Royalq stopped working for a few days. Why? Because their service center had caught fire. How many of you agree with me that Royalq is very innovative? How many of you agree with me that Royalq is very innovative? It keeps innovating. It keeps on adding new things that we have also never heard about. It is hard. It is hard to find a dependable business online. May I tell you, it is hard. Very hard. Very hard. These guys are innovative. They are committed. So it means that when you build right, even in your grave, you'll keep earning. When you build right, I've seen people who have jumped from Royalq, gone here is better, here is better. But they cannot be able to make the consistent income we are making here. Am I making some things? So that perfect residual income. I'm telling you a fact. Look at it. This is not parapase. This is not, they are saying, even when things are bad, when markets are too good, profits are too good. When markets are poor, our profits are average. But it is hard to find such a business. It is hard. That's why you'll never see me jumping. As I end, I'll end with this in my last 5 minutes. Decide to make Royalq your cash cow. I want to talk about a cash cow. Friends, if I have ever existed, I'll tell you 2 stories as I close my sharing. As we existed since young, how many of us read about a story of a man who had a goose that laid golden eggs? How many of us are here? And you heard about a story of a man who had a goose that laid golden eggs? If you are here, give me a yes in the chat. And friends, this was an amazing story. Okay? One day, a man wanted to be able to be wealthy and good enough. God blessed him with a goose that laid golden eggs. And whenever he checked the nest, he would find golden eggs. Whenever he checked the nest, he would find golden eggs. But along the journey, he became too greedy. He wanted to become rich fast. And it's a very big challenge with some of you. You started making some money in Royalq. You have started to make some money and you become greedy. BF ranch closed. You start becoming greedy. You want to become rich fast online. And so what do you decide? You decide to cut the golden goose so that you pick the eggs manually inside. By pulling your people to another return on investment platform that has promised you to give you all the golden eggs. All the golden eggs in a short period of time. You go to a return on investment that has promised you that you see Royalq gives you small. It gives you little. We have this one that is going to give you much in a shorter time. You cut the goose to take the eggs at once, and what happens? The goose dies, the goose die, and you stop getting the golden eggs. My last sharing is about paying the price. It's about you are going to suffer, it will not return. It has gone. No return on investment goes and comes back. You go and suffer, it has gone. Now I want to talk about a cash cow. Everybody in this world that is successful that you know. Do you have some rich people in your area? Anybody here in your area and you know someone in your country that is wealthy? Anybody here and you know someone in your area that is wealthy? Anybody on the call? And you know someone in your area that is wealthy, is doing well financially? Do you know anyone? Do you know anyone in your area that is wealthy? There is something common. There is something common that you know about them. There must be one thing that they put their time and their effort into. One major thing. If I'm right, give me a yes in the chat. There must be one major thing. One major thing. You stop typing your return on investment. That your return on investment is going to. You have lost. Stop typing it here in your chat. When you were joining it, did you first call us? Suffer with your return on investment. Suffer. There is that major thing that you know about them, that they put their effort and their time. And my friend, it is called a cash cow. When I decided to make Royalq my cash cow, it has not disappointed me. It's up to you to decide where you want to put much of your effort. But I want to give you confidence. Let me ask a question. Is it easy in a normal business in 3 years? Is it easy in a normal business in 3 years to get this money as profit? Because all this is profit. Is it easy to turn one in a normal business? To turn, by the way, for me, it was even $85. I never had 120. To turn $85 to this in 3 years in a normal business, is it easy? I don't want to pretend in a normal business. Is it easy to turn $85 to 251,886 US dollars? Is it easy? Is it easy? In a normal business, is it easy in a normal business to make this money without you doing anything? Is it easy on a daily basis to make this income when you invested 120 once? You invested $85 and every day you receive this on a daily basis in a normal business? If it is not easy, if it is not easy, I want you to decide to understand that Royalq is not a normal opportunity. You have a choice to sleep on it and play on it. But I want you to decide to take this opportunity as a gold mine, and you will not be disappointed. From me back to you, action takers and money makers. You can decide to take action now and live the rest of your life as a champion, or you can decide to think about it and regret your decisions. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining this call for today on Tuesday. See you tomorrow. See you on the other day. See you every day. And decide to take Royalq to be your cash cow. God bless you. Thank you so much. Love you all, and bye-bye.